Did you know that many myths about diabetes might be affecting how you take care of your health? Things like diabetics can't eat fruit or only people who eat a lot of sweets get diabetes are false and can lead you to make wrong decisions. I know that being diagnosed with diabetes can be scary, but understanding the truth behind these myths will help you control your glucose more simply and effectively. In this video, we're going to debunk 8 myths and show you how to live well with diabetes, without fear and with a better quality of life. But before we continue, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I'll be bringing a series of videos that will help you manage your diabetes and regain your health. Let's get started. 1. Diabetes only affects people who eat a lot of sweets. Many people believe that diabetes is a disease that only affects those who eat a lot of sweets, but this isn't true. Diabetes isn't caused solely by sugar. It's the result of a combination of factors such as genetics, lifestyle, and even problems with the pancreas. There are 2 main types of diabetes: type 1, which is an autoimmune disease, and type 2, which can be influenced by factors like poor diet, a sedentary lifestyle, and obesity, but it's not exclusively caused by consuming sweets. Of course, eating lots of sugary foods can worsen the condition, but it's not the only cause. In other words, even people who eat a healthy diet can develop diabetes. So it's important to understand that prevention goes far beyond just avoiding sweets. Now, when you come across the myth that diabetes is just about sugar, you can smile and remember that the disease is much more complex, involving other factors that need to be addressed. 2. Diabetics can't eat carbohydrates. This is one of the most common myths, but it's completely false. The idea that diabetics should eliminate all carbohydrates from their diet doesn't make sense. What really matters is the type of carbohydrate consumed and the quantity. Carbohydrates are an important source of energy for the body, and they're found in foods like bread, rice, pasta, potatoes, fruits, and vegetables. The key is choosing low glycemic index carbohydrates, such as whole grains, legumes, and vegetables, which release sugar slowly into the bloodstream, helping to maintain controlled glucose levels. Simple carbohydrates, like those found in sweets and processed foods, are quickly digested and can cause glucose spikes. On the other hand, complex carbohydrates, like those found in brown rice, quinoa, and sweet potatoes, have a much more controlled and beneficial effect for people with diabetes. So, instead of eliminating carbohydrates, the ideal approach is to choose healthier options and consume them in moderation. The key is balance and choosing the right types of food. Diet plays a huge role in managing blood sugar, but more important than what you eat is how you eat. That's why I've made my digital book, Smart Eating, the nutritional guide for diabetics, available for you to download right now in the first pinned comment. This book will help you prepare all your meals with easy and delicious recipes that won't cause your glucose to spike uncontrollably. Click on the first pinned comment, as we have limited copies and it will soon be taken offline. Click right now and get your digital book. 3. People with diabetes can't eat fruit. Many people believe that those with diabetes should avoid fruit, but this is a big mistake. Fruits are incredible sources of vitamins, fiber, and minerals, which are essential for our health. What really matters is choosing the right fruits and consuming them in moderation. Some fruits, like apples, pears, and strawberries, have a low glycemic index, meaning they release sugar into the blood more slowly, helping to control glucose levels. Others, like grapes and bananas, have a higher glycemic index, so it's important to balance the quantity. Therefore, people with diabetes can eat fruit as long as they choose the right ones and control portions. The key is balance. Eating an apple or a handful of strawberries can be great for your health and won't spike your glucose levels in a concerning way. Always consult your doctor or nutritionist to know which fruits are best for you. But know that you don't have to give them up. We're moving on to the 4th myth, and I've noticed you haven't liked this video yet. That's super important for YouTube to continue promoting our videos, so we can keep helping you manage diabetes in a healthy way. So, leave your like on this video, okay? Now let's continue. 4. If you have diabetes, you will need insulin forever. Many people believe that once they're diagnosed with diabetes, they'll need insulin for the rest of their lives, but this isn't true. Treatment for type 2 diabetes, for example, can start with lifestyle changes such as a balanced diet and regular physical exercise. In many cases, These measures are enough to control glucose levels without the need for medication or insulin. Insulin may be necessary when glucose levels are not being properly controlled, but it's not a life sentence. There are several oral medications that can help manage type 2 diabetes, and many people can control their glucose with these without needing insulin. The key is to maintain diet control, engage in physical activity, and regularly monitor glucose levels with the help of your doctor. In other words, insulin isn't a requirement for all diabetics, especially when the condition is well controlled. 5. Only overweight people develop diabetes. Although being overweight is one of the main risk factors for type 2 diabetes, it's not the only one. Many people with a normal weight can also develop diabetes, especially if they have a genetic predisposition or adopt unhealthy habits, such as a sedentary lifestyle and an imbalanced diet. Type 2 diabetes is influenced by a combination of factors, including genetics, age, family history, and lifestyle. People with a healthy weight who have poor eating habits, don't exercise, and don't manage stress can also be at risk. That's why, even if you're not overweight, it's important to maintain a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and get routine checkups to monitor your glucose levels. Diabetes doesn't choose who it will affect based solely on weight. It can impact anyone, regardless of physical appearance. 6. Type 2 diabetes isn't serious. Many people think that type 2 diabetes isn't serious, but this is a big mistake. Type 2 diabetes can be very serious if not properly treated. It can lead to severe complications such as heart disease, kidney failure, vision problems, and even amputations. The issue is that often a person doesn't experience visible symptoms, but the disease continues to harm the body from the inside out. Proper glucose control is essential to prevent these complications. With medical monitoring and lifestyle changes, such as healthy eating and regular exercise, it's possible to live well with type 2 diabetes. However, this doesn't mean the disease should be neglected. Type 2 diabetes is a chronic condition that requires constant attention and care to avoid damage to the body. So, it's crucial to treat diabetes with the seriousness it deserves, even if the symptoms aren't obvious in the beginning. 7. Diabetes can be cured with medication. Many people believe that taking medication can cure diabetes, but this is not true. Medications help control blood glucose levels, but they do not cure the disease. Diabetes, whether type 1 or type 2, is a chronic condition, which means that for now, there is no cure. In the case of type 2 diabetes, medications can help control blood sugar and, in some cases, even temporarily reverse the condition to a controlled state. But this does not mean that diabetes has disappeared. What really makes a difference in long-term control are lifestyle changes, such as a balanced diet, regular physical exercise, and stress management. These changes help maintain glucose levels within a healthy range, preventing complications. Therefore, medications are important, but true success depends on your commitment to treatment and healthy habits. 8. If you have diabetes, you will always feel excessive thirst and urinate a lot. Many people associate diabetes with symptoms like excessive thirst and frequent urination, but this is not true for every case. These symptoms occur when diabetes is uncontrolled and blood glucose levels are very high, which can cause dehydration. However, when diabetes is well controlled through proper nutrition, exercise, and medications, these symptoms can disappear. Not every person with diabetes experiences excessive thirst or frequent urination. Additionally, the early symptoms of type 2 diabetes can be very subtle or even non-existent. This is why diabetes can be diagnosed silently, without obvious symptoms. The best way to control the disease is by regularly monitoring glucose levels and following medical advice to prevent these symptoms from occurring. So, if you are managing your blood sugar properly, you don't need to worry about these symptoms, and you can live your life normally. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, leave your comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more tips on diabetes and health. This way, you'll continue receiving content that will help you live better. See you in the next video.